With all of the talks of tariffs on everything from groceries to cars, we thought it was a great time to explain what a tariff is and what it means for everyone worldwide. Be sure to check out ProfessorPride.com this Black Friday through Cyber Monday, where you can get up to 25% off everything on our store and up to 20% off all of our masterclasses and courses only at ProfessorPride.com. President-elect and convicted felon Donald Trump announced this week that he will impose a 10% tariff on goods coming from China and a 25% tariff on any goods coming from Mexico and Canada on day one of his presidency. In response, Walmart, Lowe's, and many other companies said they are raising all of their prices up to 10% on everything in their stores in preparation for the tariffs in January when Trump is sworn into office. But with that response, many Americans are confused why they're paying the price for a tariff against China, Mexico, or Canada, especially when Trump promised on the campaign that he would lower grocery prices, and the main reason Republicans and Democrats alike voted for him was to lower prices, not raise them. Now, for those of us who took business economics in college, it was painfully obvious from these comments that many people didn't Google what a tariff was before voting. So what is a tariff? A tariff is a tax put on imports or goods coming into a country by its government. Usually this is done to hurt the economy of the country it's imposed against. For example, after Russia invaded Ukraine for no reason, many countries worldwide imposed a tariff against Russian goods. This caused companies worldwide to start looking elsewhere for their goods that they used to buy from companies in Russia. Thus, it harms the economy in Russia from these sellers losing business. Usually, it also means those countries respond with a tariff against the offensive country. For example, Russia might respond with a tariff against the United States because the United States put a tariff against Russia. It's a two-way street for tariffs, basically. But when it comes to Russian goods, there were tons of suppliers that were ready and waiting to open their factories to replace Russian goods, except for a few product types like vodka or wheat. Now, on some of those product types, like vodka for instance, you haven't seen Russian vodka on the shelves in many American stores because we're trying to punish Russian suppliers. But when it comes to Canada, Mexico, and especially China, many major companies worldwide have so much invested after building their supply chains with those countries that setting up supply chains from other countries so quickly would send them into bankruptcy. That's why companies are forced to continue buying from Canada, Mexico, and China no matter what tariffs Trump imposes. So why are consumers paying the price when Trump insisted that foreign manufacturers will pay the price instead? Well, although Trump wrote The Art of the Deal, he doesn't know the first thing about how business works. When a foreign company ships their products to the United States, they pay an import fee, which includes any tariffs imposed on their country of origin. So let's say it costs you $1.50 to manufacture a pen in Canada now. With a tariff, that manufacturer would now have to pay 38 cents to export it to the United States. But that manufacturer can't just take a 25% loss all of a sudden or a 25% less profit margin. So now for a buyer in the US, they charge that US company $1.88 per pen instead of $1.50 like before. But that company in America can't take a loss either, so they need to pass that cost on to the customers too. And now the consumer's price goes up. That's why companies like Walmart, Lowe's, and many other companies are charging more already in preparation for the higher cost in the future to get consumers used to the higher rates. Companies like ours here at Powered by Rainbows are changing our operations too. While our company only has about 200 SKUs compared to, let's say, Lowe's with 100,000 SKUs, even we are making massive moves in preparation for the tariffs. While all of our products are currently assembled in the US by either our staff or quality manufacturers across the country, some of their parts and materials come from China and Canada. So right now, we're purchasing parts and materials in enough quantities to last us the next 4 years. So hopefully we can keep our prices the same as they've always been, no matter what other retailers do. But that was a difficult business decision to make, considering the financial risk of how much space and inventory we need to last the next 4 years under Trump's tariffs. It does help us that Walmart said they're getting rid of almost all of their LGBTQ pride items from their stores next year in a new move to get rid of DEI initiatives from their stores, as they want to refocus their company away from woke culture. For the record, our books used to be available on Walmart shelves, but will soon be only available at other major book retailers and our own website. Not cool, Walmart, but it's one less store LGBTQ companies like ours have to compete with come Pride season. So yeah, just remember they're getting rid of all DEI initiatives and most Pride items for LGBTQ people this season when it comes to Black Friday, and that printer is on sale for $5 off. For small businesses and large ones, this is a tough time. Everyone's going to blame them for higher prices when truly it's the man who promised to give them lower prices that actually baited and switched things as soon as he was elected. Mostly because Trump doesn't understand the first thing about business. But I'm so glad half the country thought a woman as president was worse than this. So while companies like ours try to keep our prices the same for a while, thanks to our initial risk now in buying in bulk, other companies will be blamed for something they had nothing to do with. Anyway, now you know, and hopefully you can shop small this holiday season to help the small businesses in your town and small businesses like ours online, because it's going to be a tough 4 years for all of us. If you'd like to support our show, check out ProfessorPride.com for hundreds of ways to show off your pride. Check them out now along with our LGBTQ books, magnets, pins, umbrellas, digital downloads, and more at ProfessorPride.com. Special thanks to our members and subscribers this month who proudly support our work providing LGBTQ education and resources. Please subscribe to our channel or click on this video to continue enjoying Powered by Rainbows.